Welcome to the notes on area. So this time we're going to be finding missing dimensions when we're given the actual area. Okay, so let's review quick. What are the formulas for area? We're going to need those. So rectangle, remember that's base times height. Squared, same thing as the rectangle. All right, base times height. There's really no difference there. Okay, a triangle. All right, area equals base times height. This time we're going to divide it by 2. The trapezoid, similar, but remember trapezoid has 2 bases, so we're going to go base 1 plus base 2 times height divided by 2. And then the circle, we haven't talked about this one yet, but an area equals pi times the radius squared. So that's how we're going to find the area of a circle. So these problems, we're going to solve them just like we always do, but again, just set them equal to the area. But this time we know the value of the area, so we're going to find some missing length. So let's take a look at some examples, and that'll be it. So this is a rectangle. So our formula is area equals base times height. Well, we know the area is 320 inches, all right, square inches. So that's our area. That's A. So I'm going to plug that in for A. So I'm going to say this is going to go in for area. The area, which is 320, equals base times height. Well, we know that the base is 16, so I'm going to plug that in for 16. And then now the height is what we're trying to find, so I'm going to call that x. I've got an unknown now, it just becomes a simple algebra problem. We're going to divide each side by 16. That cancels out. Divide each side by 16. So x is going to equal 20. All right, 36, the 0 cancels out. So x equals 20. All right, now let's try one with a triangle. Okay, so area is 540 feet. So remember our formula is area equals base times height divided by 2. Let's just plug in the missing values. So again, area, which is 540, I'm going to do that in red. I'm going to plug that is my area. That goes in for A. So 540 equals, the base is 13. We don't know the height, so we'll keep that as h. And again, that's all divided by 2. Now it's an algebra problem. All right, it's a fraction. What do? Hey, first thing I do is multiply each, get rid of that 2 in the denominator. Multiply this side by 2, multiply this side by 2. When you do that, you're going to get 1080 equals 13h. Well, now it's just one step. Divide each side by 13, divide each side by 13. And when you do that, you're going to get approximately our height is going to equal 83. And we'll call it 83. We can just round to one spot, so that's going to be 0.1. So again, height is 83.1, that's in feet. So you've seen a rectangle, you've seen a triangle. Let's do a trapezoid. This one's gonna have a little more algebra involved, but again, area is 55. So how do you find area? Well, it's area, I'll write out the formula first so you guys can see that. Area equals base 1 plus base 2 times height divided by 2. So let's fill in our missing information. So that's area is A, so it's 555, and that's going to equal base 1 we know, which is 7. So I'm going to change colors here for you. Equals 7 plus, we're going to call that y. All right, times the height we know is 5, and then we're going to divide that whole thing by 2. So a lot going on here. So first thing I do is got to get rid of that 2 in the denominator. Multiply each side by 2. That cancels this side out. Multiply this side by 2. When we do that, we get 110 equals, and I'm going to put the 5 in front. 5 times 7 plus y. All right. So now what we want to do is we want to distribute. All right. You can really do either step, but I'm going to show you how to distribute first. So we're going to go 110 equals 35 plus 5y. We're going to subtract 35 from each side. Minus 35. So we're going to get 75 equals 5y. And then what I'm going to do is divide each side by 5. So y will equal 75 divided by 5 is 15 inches. So there you go. Example on trapezoid. We got one more involved in a square, and then we'll be done. I think you guys are getting the pattern. Okay, so formula for area of a circle. Area equals pi times the radius squared. Well, turns out all we know is the radius, but we don't know it. But we do know that area is 113.097. So I'm going to say 113.097 equals pi times the radius squared. Well, I want to find the radius, so I divide each side by pi. Remember, that's a value. Pi is a value, so we can give that to the other side. When you do that, you're going to get 35.99 equals r squared. Well, I want to find r, so remember, just take the square root of each side. So r is going to equal, we're going to call that approximately, I'll do the approximate symbol, approximately 6. So there you have finding area when you're given the area and trying to find a missing side based off that.